Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. Many of you guys have requested that we do a video about the menus on board for any particular day. This has proven to be a difficult episode for us to film because we have a tremendous number of menus for Christmas days or Thanksgiving days. For whatever reason, it seems like people save those and mail them home. But we have very few menus. We haven't been able to find menus of just a random average day until now. But first, I have an announcement for you guys. We are going to be in the San Francisco area, March 16th to 19th. So this is going to be my first time on any of those museum ships there. On March 17th, Friday, we are going to be on USS Lucid in Stockton, California. She is only open for tours by appointment. So you're not going to be able to come on and hang out with me. We will be on board filming and working with their volunteers. But if you are interested in seeing this historic World War II minesweeper, you can book a tour, and there will be a link to their website down below. On Saturday, March 18th, we will be on board USS Hornet all day for Carrier Con, and we'll be spending the night on board as well. So link down below for Hornet. Come to Carrier Con and meet us. On Sunday, March 19th, we will be on board the Red Oak Victory out in Richmond. And she is a World War II era Victory ship. And again, my first time on board any of these vessels. You can come on board and meet us on Red Oak Victory for the price of a general admission ticket. We will post additional details about that in the description below. And there's a link down below to Red Oak Victory's page as well. So this is my first time on any of these ships, and if you are in the area and want to come out and meet us, there's a couple options for you there. So hopefully I'll see you then. So we were able to find a ship's menu for October 18th, 1986, because it was during a Tiger cruise. So this is just normal meals. It's not like the big holiday spread that they put on. Tiger cruises are when you can invite your family or friends to sail on board the ship. It's a morale thing that the Navy started doing, and by the 80s and 90s it seemed to be pretty common. It's still around today. I'm not too familiar with it happening very frequently before then, but it was a memorable experience, and so it seems like they printed out some more in-depth plans of the day and gave them out to people with the complete menu on them. And so some of these survived, and we have them. So how do you know what's going to be on the menu today? Again, the ship has a print shop. They would print plans of the day. There are corkboards around the ship, just like this one here, particularly in the various berthing spaces around the ship. So the PODs would be posted on the corkboards all around the ship. And then of course you've got the letterboard here where they would put in whatever the next meal was going to be. So as you're coming through, and we're just forward of the chow line, you grab your tray and keep going forward. You know what you're going to be seeing on the serving line. So, and we've never talked about this before, but a cool thing, the trays come out of the scullery in these plastic containers. Like you've seen them if you've worked in the restaurant business, and you can just carry a whole stack of trays here and put them down, and you know these containers are stackable too. So if you've got a big meal coming up, like dinner for the whole crew plus their Tigers, you might preload this with a whole stack of things. But rather than having the tray stacked up to the ceiling, all of these are spring-loaded so that as they get more weight on them, they sink down lower, and as people are taking these trays off, they come back up so the trays are always at the same height. Cool thing I don't think we've ever showed off on any videos before. So, finally, the menu of the day. Breakfast, hot buttered grits. Guess they had a bunch of Southerners on the cruise. I prefer cheese grits myself, but buttered grits, not bad. Omelets and fried eggs. So that would be something prepared to order on the griddle as you're going down the serving line. Bacon slices, Again, it'd just be a ton of those stacked up on the griddle. They might even make those in the mess section and throw them in one of the warming tray things. Grilled ham slices, likewise. Hash browns, hot waffles, and hotcakes. Is a hotcake just a pancake? Must have been a Southerner who wrote this menu. Anyway, so you can see that there's a pretty good spread here, regardless of what you're interested in, regardless of if you're a vegetarian. Like that, you've got some options. And that tends to be the trend for these meals. You usually have a couple of options if you really, really dislike the food. Or if you don't like any of it, there's always lots of hot sauce. All right, so for lunch, first off, we have beef sukiyaki. It's a good time to point out that like breakfast was very traditional American, right? Pancakes, waffles, bacon, eggs. It's not always that traditional food. The Navy tries to make food that will make its sailors feel at home. The crews of this ship, especially by the 1980s, are multi-ethnic. So different people like different comfort foods. Baked stuffed fish fillet. All right, that's pretty traditional. Again, you've got a meat and a fish. A lot of people don't eat red meat. This is a Saturday menu. A lot of people don't eat meat on Fridays. Oftentimes, the Navy will work around that. You got baked macaroni and cheese. Hot spiced beets. I'm not sure if I would go near that with a 10-foot pole. Simmered mixed vegetables. Tossed green rice. I don't think I've ever seen green rice. And hot dinner rolls or bread. So again, they've got basically 2 full meals here. And as you're going down the line, you can decide mixed vegetables, cool. Green rice, do you eat that with green eggs and ham? I don't know. You got options. And then finally, our dinner menu, which is also posted here on the board. Ginger pot roast. I have never interviewed a former crew member of this ship who said that they liked ginger pot roast. Which is okay because they also did baked knockwurst / sauerkraut. Maybe that's the knockwurst is in the sauerkraut. It's unclear from the menu. They're doing steamed rice again, parsley buttered potatoes, simmered carrots, buttered broccoli, and hot dinner rolls and bread. In addition to this, the ship has a salad bar that's out on the mess decks, and there are ice cream machines on the mess decks. So some things just don't get posted on the menu because they're just there every day. Even if you don't like most of this, you've got other options. In the 1980s, when the ship has a smaller crew, typically one side of the chow line is doing whatever the meal of the day is. The other side of the chow line is doing fast food, burgers, hot dogs, pizza, something like that. So if you don't like the ginger pot roast, like a normal person, well, then you go and get a burger instead. I suspect for the Tiger cruise, when you've got extra people on board, they would just be doing the same meal down both sides, and that's probably why we're seeing 2 full meals here. Unfortunately, like I said, we don't have many just normal day menus in the collection. People didn't save those and take them home. But menus like this are widely dispersed, handed out. The holiday menus widely dispersed, handed out. And so when sailors donate their stuff to the museums, often it has those sorts of menus. So we know what they did on special occasions. It's a lot less scholarship on what was just a normal Tuesday like. So, have you ever gotten to eat on a military base? Let us know in the comment section down below what is good and what you absolutely have to smother in hot sauce to make it palatable. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. In particular today, remember we're going to be doing a trip of San Francisco, and there's some links in the description below if you'd like to join us there. We appreciate those ships' supports in working with Battleship New Jersey. You can support us by donating at the link below, or by liking, sharing, and subscribing so more people find out about us and our museum. Thanks for watching.